Welcome along to Broadfield Stadium for a fascinating Barclays Women's Super League fixture, as arguably the most upwardly mobile team in the division. Brighton face a Leicester side who last time out registered their first win of the new campaign. Dario Vidicic has hit the ground running after taking over at the South Coast club. A brilliant 4-0 win on match day 1 over Everton set the tone. Despite a narrow 1-0 defeat at league leaders Manchester City, Brighton have continued to impress. Only City and Chelsea have won more points in the Women's Super League this season than Brighton, whose 10 points from 5 games is their best ever start to a WSL campaign. Vidicic knows that today's game will not be easy though, and the Brighton boss expects a tough fixture against a team he describes as resilient and whose defence is very, very good. Let's check out the teams for you. Pauline Bremer is absent for Brighton. The German looks set to miss the next few weeks after picking up an injury against Manchester United last time out. From that 1-1 draw, Maria Torres-Tortilla drops to the bench. So Madison Haley and Rachel McLaughlin both get their first WSL starts of the season. 3 changes for Leicester from their 1-0 win over Everton before the international break. Chantal Swaby makes her WSL debut after moving from Fleury in the summer. Janice Kamen returns, while Asmita Ale starts a league game for the first time this campaign. CJ Bott isn't in the matchday squad. Saori Takarada and Yuka Momoki are both on the bench. Well, today's visitors do have a really good record against Brighton, unbeaten in their last 2 trips here. They did throw away a 2-0 lead to draw 2-2 at Broadfield Stadium last term, however. Well, ahead of the action, we pause. Next Sunday will be Remembrance Sunday, a national opportunity to remember the service and sacrifice of all those that have defended our freedoms and protected our way of life. This weekend, Brighton Women FC remember all those affected by conflicts across the globe.
We will sound the last post during a period of silence at the beginning and end of the referee's whistle. We pause, we reflect, with grateful thanks, we remember.
Well, Leicester ended a run of 12 WSL games without a victory when winning 1-0 against Everton on match day 5, and the Foxes will be looking to claim back-to-back wins in the top flight for the first time since October of 23, a year ago. Many Mikel said of Brighton, they are a team that has changed manager like us, had a change of players as well. They're doing well. Our objective is to stop that and make our progress a bit better, but it will be a difficult game. Our referee is Adiwumi Sone. It's her second WSL game of the season. She took charge of Leicester's 1-1 draw at Liverpool. Also stood in 2 Leicester defeats away last season, and in Brighton's 7-3 away win at Bristol City earlier on in the calendar year. So here we go. Can Brighton keep up the gallop? Are they serious top 3 contenders? They will be expected to win this afternoon, given the start to the season. they have had, but Leicester will be no pushovers and will have confidence restored after their first win of the season last time out. And pause. Once more, there is no room for racism for football or in society. Well, Brighton lost 3 WSL games in a row against Leicester between January 22 and May 23, but went unbeaten against the Foxes last season with a win and a draw. Can they get it right this time around against the Leicester side that will have a little more confidence? You would have thought. It was a horror start to the season, there is no doubt about that, but they've been much better in their final game ahead of the international break. Even so, Brighton the favourites to pick up the 3 points here, and what a start it would be if they can continue this rich vein of form. Only blocked on their copybook against Manchester City. Early opportunity as well, as the ball just darts away from Frank Kirby and into the arms of Janina Leipzig. And that's rather sloppy, and it just goes straight out of play. And an opportunity for Leicester to try and break forwards here. That's a clever ball infield as well. Chances at both ends in the opening minute and a half. Picked up neatly. And he looks to get the cross in, and an early opportunity from a corner. So Leicester with a corner, right-hand side. Plenty in advanced areas here in Fox's colours as the ball is swung in towards the far post. It's cleared away. The defensive header is just about good enough and taken down by Villamala. And she turn and look to clear. Good pressure on the ball here from Leicester as well. Ball just bounces away. Here is Leipzig. Clean sheets for the 25-year-old stopper so far this season. Just one last campaign, a third season now at Brighton, at Leicester rather, and a keeper that really has impressed in recent games. Former Hoffenheim player and German junior international. Part of a very good Germany side that won the Under-17 European Championships back in 2016. But you would expect that she might be the busier of the two keepers. Brighton look to slow things down. Touch for Bergs fans. Win for Leicester, of course, coming last time out against Everton at home. They are winless in their last 7 away games in the WSL. Have drawn the last 3 on the spin. Only 3 teams have ever drawn 4 consecutive matches away from home in the competition. That was Villa and Bristol City and Birmingham City. Last of which in 2021. Birmingham way back in 2012, over a decade ago. Just 3 points behind leaders Manchester City. Drew their last game with Manchester United 1-1 after 3 straight wins in all competitions. Brighton last win against Crystal Palace after a 4-2 success against Villa and a League Cup victory over Birmingham. Only defeat, as we mentioned, so far this campaign, a narrow reverse at the hands of Manchester City away from home. Finished last season in pretty poor form without a win in their last 5. Only 3 wins in their last 10 if you stretch back the form. They have scored in 5 of their 6, though, so far this campaign, and clean sheets in 3, including 2 in the top flight. Leicester heading into this game 202 minutes without conceding. Also been in League Cup action this season against Bristol City, but they drew that game and then lost on penalties, failing to grab the extra point. Just about kept in play on the right-hand side, but Smith-Rowe can't keep the move alive. Patterson loses out for Brighton, but suddenly the hosts have won it back, and this is Villamala breaking forward. The reverse ball towards Nikita Paris, cleared away by Swaby. Breakaway potentially is on here, and that was a challenge that came in from Calabali. And our referee just wants a quick word, it would appear. Well, she was sent off on international duty recently for Colombia, receiving a red card against Brazil in a 3-1 defeat. Just a word from our matchday official. Brighton win it back. Pattinson. Bergsvan forward. Raced into a 2-0 advantage here last season, Leicester, only to be pegged back and draw 2-2. They did win the previous campaign. They've got a decent recent record here against Brighton. Bergsvan. Calabali. It's a positive run. It's come a long way as well. Needs to find a teammate. Doesn't initially drop for Kirby. It's going to be a Brighton throw, though. Opportunity to get some players inside the penalty area. McLaughlin will take the throw. Here is Kirby, who's still firing in the goals. 2 so far this season. Last against Aston Villa in that 4-2 success. Netted in the League Cup as well. Signed from Chelsea, of course, in the summer. After the best part of a decade with the capital side. 3 goals last season, but more of a sub than a starter. But much decorated in her time at Chelsea, and she brings not just that goal-scoring habit, but an awful lot of experiences as well in the top flight for Dario Vidicic. Bergsvan to play forward. Coughlin looking to find a teammate. Oh, it's good defensive work in the end. The ball goes out of play for a Brighton corner. Taken quickly. Thought that was a throw rather than a corner. This is dug out. Cleared away to the edge of the penalty area. Bergsvand. Brighton just beginning to dominate in that Leicester half. Bergsvand again. Threaded through. Initially for Lasada. Carabali. That's from Nikita Paris. Carabali again. They've recycled this cleverly here. Brighton still have possession.
Bruna! Early forward. Early. Firm, Bruna.
Sluggers.
Copy, look beyond.
Pattinson looking to get to the byline and able to do so.
Go, mate. Secure it. Early, Vicky. Good. Numbers.
Listen, Haley doing well. Carabali. Brighton looking menacing here. The ball to the edge of the area, not quite cleared, and the shot over the crossbar. Lasada should have done better. Big opportunity just outside of the 6-yard box, and one that you'd normally back her to score or certainly find the target. Defensive work wasn't quite good enough. And although the ball was perhaps slightly behind her, you'd always suggest that she will score from there. Yet to score so far this season. She only netted once last campaign, that coming in that wild 7-3 success against Bristol City back in March of this year. Summer 23 signing from Roma, once off Manchester City and Barcelona, of course, and indeed Arsenal. An awful lot of experience. Spanish international, played in a couple of World Cups. First big chance of the game goes begging. Brighton with a corner, whipped in towards that near post area. Very good delivery. Going to get another chance, are they? No. Well, Brighton players not happy with the referee here. Leicester just decide to go long. Thumped away by Ruby Mace. Bergsvand. Bergsvand again. Back three that are all comfortable on the ball here for Brighton. The sluggers in field. Harris has dropped a little bit deep. Patterson on the left-hand side. Here is Poppy Pattinson. Back by Olaslagas to Bergsvand. Forward by Carabali. They're dominating possession at the moment, Brighton. Oh, it's just going to drop out of play, is it? Not quite. Has to keep it in. Haley. First time ball to the edge of the penalty area. It doesn't quite work out, but that's going to be a free kick. In-swinger looks to be the order of the day then. Here is it's whipped in towards goal. Really good delivery, punched away by Leipzig. Brighton recycle, still coming forward. Pattinson. This is Haley. American does well. Pattinson again to try and centre. Well, the other side do like a lot of the ball, 53.2% possession, their average possession this season. It ranks 4th in that particular metric, Brighton. And Leicester are a side that generally like to counter, and against better sides they'll always have less of the ball anyway. Their possession percentage is fairly lowly, 39.4 on average so far this campaign, so no real surprise the shape of the game so far. Nikita Parris makes a move towards the byline, but that through ball just has too much weight on it. Sander again, that's a little loose, and it's picked up here by Chaussonot. Opportunity for Leicester to get some players in an advanced area for probably just the second time in the game. Chaussonot looks to use her pace, but unable to keep the ball in play. French junior international, still just 19. It's only a 3rd start of the season for Shana Chaussonot. Scored in the League Cup fixture against Bristol City. Cleverly helped on to the left-hand side. Leicester have got players inside the penalty area here. Kept in play cleverly by Rose. Still Deanne Rose. Runs into trouble. Free kick. Dario Vizic was just about one or two of his players heading into this fixture. There's still players out. Jelena Kankovic sidelined with a hamstring injury, but he did suggest that she could be back to face Arsenal or potentially West Ham. Pauline Bremer will miss out because of that injury she picked up against Manchester United, but hopefully won't be out for too long. This is Lasada, turned around the corner, but cleared away. Deanne Rose loses that. Brilliant challenge. Brighton coming back at Leicester here. Sada again. Lea from Villamala. Vizic was also talking about Nikita Parris and the fact that she might be able to get back into the England squad. She said all she can do is put in her best performances, give their coaching staff a bit of a headache, and make it difficult to leave her out. She's had a very good start to the campaign with 2 goals so far, including against the former club Manchester United in that 1-1 draw last time out. 8 last season for United. A couple of seasons there after briefly at Arsenal following Champions League success with Lyon, of course, but a title winner with Manchester City prior to that after coming through at Everton. But hasn't been in an England squad for a few years. Bergsvand. Karabali spins to this near side, and Pattinson just behind her. A little recycle though here for Brighton. Oh, clever touch. Villamala still going. Can she get the cross in? Only to the edge of the penalty area. Karabali. Brighton are busy here. Called back inside the penalty area. Karabali with a shot. Must go in, and does. Nikita Parris on hand, as she usually is in situations like that. Karabali with a wonderful run and shot on the right-hand side. Only a yard out, but you've got to be in those places to convert. and she has done that throughout her career. Third of the campaign in the WSL for Nikita Paris. Well, credit Caravani with the run, the determination to get the shot away from a tight angle. And Nikita Paris from close range could not miss. Brighton lead by a goal to 0. Well, in lots of ways it had been coming, because Brighton have been busy. Leicester have been a little loose. The home side have been at it. They've shown more ambition and more purpose on the ball. Leicester just haven't managed to really find a way in advanced areas for any sustained amount of time. They've been relying on slips such as that to give them an opportunity. Only fleeting chances in their attacking third. Maybe an opportunity here. Spitarale, and then a deep ball in. Keeper does well. Sophie Bagley, not easy, high hanging ball. A little bit of spin on it also. Looking to add to clean sheets this campaign. Leicester win it back. Fed back by Anastagas to Sophie Bagley. Here's the Dutch defender once again to play it forward. Nikita Paris full of confidence. Dropping a little deep, getting involved. Such a good all-round player, but poacher supreme over the course of her career, as we've witnessed. Pattinson, oh, she's lost out there. Who's first to react? Well, Brighton get a little lucky. Didn't seem to be too much in that challenge. Good running again on the right-hand side, this time from Madison Haley. Groans from the home supporters as it doesn't quite work out on this occasion, but there's some really good pace and movement from the Brighton personnel so far in the opening quarter of this fixture.
Nikita, stop that pass, that's it. A little bit high, good. Good. Bruna, in. Good, Bruna, in. There it is, Bruna.
Play back by Alec. Just haven't got that rhythm in the final third just yet. It's pretty at the back, and there's some good technical players for Leicester, but they need to play a little bit further forward. Last loss away from home came against Arsenal late last campaign, a 3-0 reverse. Their last win came in the Cup against Liverpool away from home. So, although they put some draws together this season, they haven't been winning, as we mentioned. Just one win in their last 12. Their last success in the league came against Everton back in January on the road. 5 defeats in their last 12, and they failed to score in 4 of the last 7 WSL games on their travels. That does not bode well at all.
Good, man. Get ready, man. Closer.
Clean sheet in their last game after 6 without.
Very good. Good.
Shosonot. Reverse ball is good. Let's see what Diane Rose can do. Tierney with a touch. Shosonot just takes it out. Unlucky, but better interchange of passes there from the Leicester forward players. Certainly on this right-hand side, they're getting a little more joy than they are on the other flank. Karabali. Long pump forwards, bounces away from Nikita Paris, but she's quick enough to keep possession here for Brighton. This is Pattinson. Now, good defensive work, making it difficult for the left wing back to really make progress. Harris again. Pattinson wants it on the overlap. It's gone back in field. Lasada's touch. Olastagas. Karabali. Always dangerous on the ball. Tries to slip it through to the right-hand side. Second time of asking. She can't quite find McLaughlin, but the ball should run through here for Leipzig, who will clear. Taken down expertly. Lasada, who's really setting the tempo in that midfield area at the moment for Brighton. Everything good is coming through her. Very much the pivot. Karabali. Bergsvans. Haley. Really struggling to keep tabs on Brighton here. They're moving the ball around really confidently. .8% percentage so far. 4 shots, 2 on target, 4 from inside the box. Haven't seen a shot yet from Leicester, on or off target for that matter, and only 2 touches in the opposition penalty area. It suggests that they are struggling to impose themselves on a Brighton side that has started the season so well. A lot of experience in the lineups as well. Named the oldest starting 11s on average in the WSL this season. Leicester of the youngest, and maybe that experience is telling today. Karabali will push it through. Really good running here from McLaughlin. Can she get there? Challenge is good. Picked up by Cayman. Here is Haley. Well, quickly work to this near side. That was much better from Leicester. That's Mitrali. It's an up and under to the right-hand side, but Shosonot is quick as we've seen already. Pattinson has got her work cut out. Shosonot wins a corner. So good opportunity here for Leicester to put some pressure on that Brighton 6-yard box, and Sophie Bagley in particular. Courtney Nevin is across to take this. Ruby Mace short if required. Whipped in towards that near post, goes all the way through and nearly forced in. Just a suspicion of handball there as well as it bounced through the 6-yard box. Another corner, same combination. Whipped in low. Quite the delivery that they were hoping for. Cleared into the stands with some force. Hope it didn't hit a spectator. Leicester win it back. Came into turn. Alley to drive in. That's a good diagonal inside the penalty area. Rose just can't make it hers. McLaughlin away. Garabali. Bergsved. Pattinson under pressure, has to play it all the way back to Bagley, but the press doesn't follow. Leicester just withdraw a little. 32 minutes in. Brighton lead Leicester by 1-0. To Paris from close range, the difference between the two. Shots are not. Pattinson will intercept. Look to try and play their way out of trouble, and they've done that okay so far. Mainly with a layback. Calabari. Well, credit Leicester for getting a little more of the ball since they went behind. They struggled a little bit in the opening 15 minutes or so, but they're coming back at Brighton a little bit here. Shostamot may well have been in an offside position. She doesn't chase it down. Bergsved will have to run to the byline to get to that. Here is Karabali. Just unable to nick the ball in field. That was the cry from Pattinson, who was on the move on the underlap. An appreciative crowd here at Broadfield Stadium. There was almost 8,500 at the Annex for the last home game for Brighton. Oh, that's a clever touch. Nikita Paris is in again here potentially. Just loses a footing. Loses possession. There she is again, still battling away. Shot is charged down. Might get another go here. That was Villamala initially. Brighton still coming forward.
Excellent, and connect.
Sagas, Karabali, switch of play. Haley jumps. Pattinson quick enough to keep it in. She does well. Good battle between herself and Sam Tierney at the moment. Pattinson with a back heel. How about that? Really clever. And then curled inside the penalty area towards Nikita Paris. Decent looking ball in from Galisagas. Losada. Leicester get lucky, and suddenly the counter is on. Tierney forwards. Shosanot. Need more bodies in advanced areas, Leicester. That's what they're lacking at the moment. And that one's overhit, unfortunately. Well, 36 minutes gone. Good tempo to the opening half here. It's been played at a good pace. Brighton certainly looked the more dangerous when coming forward, but Leicester have had just a little bit more of the ball since going behind. Pattinson on the move. And back by Swaby. Cleared away by Leipzig. Clever skill from Ruby Mace. Yeah, referee thought about that for a second. Haley. Paris will make the move. It's a free kick. Just a word here. Free kick, though, has been taken. The referee not happy about where.
Step, girl, step. Step, girl, step. Step up. Easy, Poppy, easy, Poppy. End out, end out.
Pattinson. Haley in field. Good 1 and 2 touch play this from Brighton. Making it really difficult for Leicester to just try and win the ball up a little higher and affect a counter.
Good. And drive. Drive, Mo. Bring it forward. Play, Poppy. Start again.
Paris muscled out of it. Ruby Mace does brilliantly. Fast feet. Shoved to the ground. Not happy with the challenge, but Leicester still have possession as it's rolled all the way back to Janina Leipzig. Pattinson. Bugsvan, Calabali. Leicester are working hard trying to win this back, and Brighton in possession here. Very comfortable with the back three. Formation is working very well for them. Calabali always given a little bit of license to roll forward. Switch of play and a really good run from Kirby. Can she get the crossing? She can. Nikita Paris with the shot. Well, that's a really good move. It was a patient build-up from Brighton. Centre halves were used, and then Kirby burst into action. Her cutback was good for Kirby, but She needed to almost turn as she took the shot on and get in the air and get your hips out of the way and try and fashion the ball almost behind you. Haley. Nice. Five minutes to go until half-time. We barely had a stoppage as well here by the restart for the goal. It has been a very well contested affair by and large. Brighton deservedly in front, all of the metrics suggesting that they should be. And maybe they will look back at a couple of the chances that they haven't taken and think they should be further ahead here. Leicester's last come from behind success was back in February, home win against Bristol City. They went down early in that game, only to come back to win 5-2. Long time since Brighton were beaten when grabbing the first goal of the game. That came a year ago when they took the lead against Chelsea, only to lose 4-2 away from home. So all stats that would suggest that as long as Brighton game managed well from here on in, they should pick up yet another win. But Leicester obviously have got their own ideas as to where the points will end up, aiming to take them back up to the East Midlands, and they'll still have a bit of an opportunity. That's a yellow card that's come out here. Well, Stargers, I think potentially was it who got the booking? It was. Dutch international, played in summer European qualifiers, ever present since moving from Twente in the summer, title winner and a cup winner in the Netherlands. Comes with plenty of experience, even though she's just 24. Shots are not. Good switch of play. There are players inside the penalty area. Chassenot won't get to that. Should be cleared by Brighton. Look at this for football as well. That's a free kick. Ruby May's the perpetrator. Karabali, and now Backley. Coughlin was on the turn, just a throw. Kirby plays it back. This is Bergson. Sluggers for Pattinson. Karabali. It's another positive run. We've seen where they can end. Brighton still coming forward. Fine shot, but always going wide, unfortunately. Kalamala got hold of it. Maybe just could have crossed it a little bit. scored against Crystal Palace in the 1-0 away win. She came from Barcelona, a multiple title winner and Champions League winner. Copa winner as well in Spain, and a Spanish international. Playing the recent round of Spain games, but did play in European qualifiers in the summer. Scored against Denmark in a success 3-2 victory. Just a minute of added on time. That feels about right, doesn't it? It's flown by this first 45. It's been a really good watch, and Brighton have been excellent. Leicester, as we've mentioned on the odd occasion, they have come back into it. You can see why Dario Vidicic suggested that they do defend well. Karabali. Pattinson. Looks like it's just running into trouble.
Deliver. Last kick of the game. Take it to the ref. Inside. Deliver.
You would have heard Dario Vidicic saying, well, this is the last kick of the half. You may as well get it in the mix-up. Last act of the opening period at Broadfield Stadium. Long inside the box, nodded down and cleared away, and that is the half. Positive one from a Brighton point of view. They have picked up where they left off. And winning run looks set to continue after 45 minutes at least. Nikita Parris with the only goal of the game so far. Really good run from Karabali on the right-hand side, but as she's done throughout her career, on hand from close range to nod home. A real poacher's strike from Nikita Parris, who really is enjoying herself on the south coast. She's grabbed her third WSL goal of the season, and she's looking in really good order. Leicester have got a bit of work to do, that is for sure. They need to try and work out how they can unpick a well-organised Brighton defence and indeed get on the ball a little bit more, because in terms of possession they've just not had enough of the football, and they will have to try and find a plan B if they are to head back up to the Midlands with at least a point. At the break here, it's Brighton 1, Leicester 0. Well, let's check out the highlights for you. Over 45 that Brighton have dominated. Big opportunity early on for the Brighton skipper Vicky Losada, who blazed over, maybe just a little behind her if we're kind. And then the only goal that we've seen so far. Clever ball from Haley over the top. Karabali with a cross that might have taken a deflection, but even if it did, it's a really well taken goal. Yes, it's close in, but not easy to follow the trajectory of the ball. And Nikita Parris with a third of the campaign, putting Brighton in front. This was Villamala's effort that she maybe just could have crossed a little wide of the target. Has scored once this season, but unable to add to her tally there. It all adds up to Brighton leading at the break. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back live for the second half for you shortly. At 45, it's Brighton 1, Leicester. Welcome back. Brighton lead Leicester by a goal to nil. Second half not too far away. What do Leicester need to do here to change this around? That is the question. It's not going to be easy. Situation where Brighton have dominated the ball, been really good with the ball, used it well, have had more chances and how than Leicester. Only the one goal though, and while it is only the one goal, you just never know. And that will just give Amaury Mikel's side just a little bit of hope if they can secure some sort of smash and grab raid. We shall see if that's possible. Get set for the second half. Adewumi Soné gets us underway. Brighton lead Leicester by a 1-0. The goal scored by Nikita Paris. Will the England hierarchy have someone across her performance, I wonder? Let's see what she can do in the second half as well. Busy, effervescent as per usual in the first period, in the only goal of the game so far. But Leicester's turn to try and work it from left to right, and they've get it away. Straight to Madison Haley. Bergsvan, who's been really good at the back. Kirby stretches. And again, Bergsvan. And this is the passage of play that we saw all too often with Brighton. Really comfortable with the ball at the feet of the centre halves, the back three, with Kadabali looking to break forward, and then it's up to Leicester to try and quickly transition from defence to attack. But too often they can't move the ball quickly enough to really affect Brighton at the other end of the pitch. Cleared away by Leipzig. Kept in play. Smita Ali on that right-hand side has done okay for me. And her return to the starting lineup. Only 2 substitute appearances prior to today. Initially on loan, of course, from Spurs last season before a permanent switch once of Villa, junior England international a few years ago. Free kick awarded here, in fact. Well, bar that Manchester City fixture, you could argue it's been a fairly gentle start to the season in terms of opposition for Brighton. But it does get a little trickier. They will be playing both Arsenal and Chelsea away over the course of the next 5 weeks. Their next assignment is away at Arsenal next time out, and then they are at home against West Ham, and given the fact that they've started so strongly, they'll expect to pick up the 3 points there. Then they have a League Cup fixture against Leicester again here. The two have been drawn in the same group. Brighton have already got a win on the board in that particular section, and only the group winners get through to the knockout stages, of course, this season. There's no second chances for second place as Nikita Paris picks the pocket of the Leicester backline and tries to find a teammate, just unable to do so. Then after that Leicester game here in the League Cup, it is a trip to the champions Chelsea after that. So Arsenal and Chelsea away coming up. Comes the delivery. A trip to Liverpool in the not too distant future either. So it will be a bigger test. Vermaelen just taps it to the left-hand side, but unable to find a teammate. Shostanot. She's not got on the ball when she's got the opportunity. A couple of seasons at last. 5 goals last term. Broke in 3 years ago. Regular the last 2. This is Nevin. Forced back by Keys. Leicester's schedule, incidentally, might give them the opportunity to pick up some points away at West Ham next. Then at home against Manchester United, who have started strongly before that cup game with Leicester. Then Manchester City away. Good running from Nikita Paris again. Still going forward. Neat touches. Paris with a shot. Couldn't keep it down. Doing the right thing, just trying to lift it towards that far side as she looked. The angle was getting tighter. Good running, really good close control The Sluggers with the touch issues again. Bucks fans. Garibali to the right. Sada wanted it infield. Pattinson will take it on and get the cross in. It's going to bounce through here for McLaughlin, who will take a touch, thumped away. In-swinger towards that near post, good delivery, just doesn't quite beat the first player, but not too far away. Another opportunity to really put pressure on Janina Leipzig here from the flag kick on the right-hand side. Another left-footed in-swinger, back post this time around, clear to the edge of the area. Lasada will recycle. Oh, she does well. That's really cool play. And then another ball to the edge of the area. This is Nikita Paris with a shot. Might get another goal. Fine save. Leipzig gets that well. It's the perseverance. Pattinson. Alison Haley will play it back. This is Lasada. Leicester chasing shadows once again. Need to up the energy. Shot from distance, just over the crossbar from Garibali, who let fly. Just needed to dip a little more. She's such a good footballer, that is for sure. She hasn't scored so far this season. Last goal coming against Charlton in a League Cup victory away from home, a 2-1 success. Came from Atletico Mineiro. Once of Deportivo Cali as well. Colombian title winner. Colombian international who does like to get forward. Bagley. Smita Ale just unable to take it beyond the first challenge. That was a little unlucky. It was Tierney, wasn't it? Just trying to get that touch and flick it further forward. Bucks fans. Nikita Paris is on the move. Leipzig stayed on the line. It kills more towards the corner flag than the 6-yard box. It's a sensible decision. This is Pattinson. Now it's with Kirby. Paris again. Kirby once more. Forward by Garibali. Stabbed wide here for McLaughlin. Can she get the cross in? Good build-up play. McLaughlin with a cross, and it's collected comfortably by Leipzig. Tierney does well. On the right-hand side. Jossonot looking to back up Pattinson here. It's another positive run. This is Ruby Mace looking to pick the pass, and she does do. Leicester coming forwards. Well, the flag is up. There was a decision prior to that flag going up as to whether there was a shove here, because it was a very positive run inside the penalty area. Shots are not for Mace. Just goes a split second too soon. It's a very awkward challenge. Flag says the referee a decision there. Berks fans. Well, how long does Amandine Miquel wait to make the changes? Players have been warming up. This is Patterson, runs into trouble. Swaby makes the tackle. This is Jossonot. Berks takes it down. It's over to the right-hand side once again. Manamala initially. Calabari. Still driving forward. Better off for Kirby. Can she stand one up to the far post? She can do. Haley with a header. Still going, good determination and industry. Pattinson to turn. She loses out. Jossonot plays it infield. Brighton have it again. Oh, lovely turn there from Calabali. Just a switch of pace and a swivel of the hips to get her away from the challenge. Can't get a touch of the football at the moment, Leicester. Clever ball here from McLaughlin, just unable to get on the end of that. Really good idea. Delivery was only an inch or two too far in front. She's done all right for the start of the season. Came from Rangers. Has had a little bit of experience in English football with Yeovil, but a good player at Hibs previously. Scottish international. And she is again winning possession back. She's slotted in well on the right-hand side for Brighton. Losada. Leicester come forward in numbers. It's not the worst ball towards Ruby Mace, who does get there ahead of the keeper. She got the touch as Bagley came flying out. She's shown some really neat touches here. It's always going to be a difficult ball to try and take around the keeper because we're nearly on the byline with that, but she shows good determination to just make it difficult. Here come changes, as we thought there might be. Hannah Kane and Yuka Mamuki both coming on, I think. Jossonot first to come off. And Mamuki is coming on as well. Just came in, he's just back in the starting lineup coming off. Belgian international to be replaced by Mamoki scored in both of Leicester's last 2 wins in the WSL in 2024. Kirby, always on the move. McLaughlin calling for it. Kirby wants it back. McLaughlin drives to the pylon. That's good skill. Kadabali drops the shoulder and spins back. Brighton dominating possession here. It's been a very, very good display, but only the 1 goal so far as we push beyond the hour. Kadabali tries to win it back. Might be a little bit out of position here. Almost just unable to control that. It was a good take initially. Could have a problem here to Sam Tierney, who's gone down. That was an awkward fall and roll, wasn't it? Maybe just the ankle was twisted. Pattinson coming in at fourth, but she gets the ball. It's a clean challenge. She was sent off earlier this season against Aston Villa in the 4-2 success. Poppy Pattinson, but nothing wrong with that challenge as far as I could see. Maybe just the way that Tierney came out of it, the issue. Brighton changes a foot. Kikoseke is going to come on. Michelle Aguimang as well, potentially. Yeah, real concern here, the way that she just seemed to feel her ankle and then go to ground. I'm quite sure she was caught by Patterson, or just the way that she seemed to twist that ankle as she went down. Changes are going to be made, but I think this is just a bit of instruction, is it? For Vicky Lasada from Dario Vidicic, player in his day. Australian international, played in Germany and Switzerland, also had spells in China and South Korea. Took over from interim coach Mikey Harris after Phillips was sacked back in February. Oh, this isn't good. Stretcher required. Never ever like to see this. So, stretcher required, and real concern here. Santinia, a twist to the ankle, maybe a knee injury. It was very difficult to see from the replay and the way that she went down, but well, while the physios, the medical staff treat the Leicester player, you can see that Amandine Mikel is speaking with the rest of the squad here, just trying to get some instruction across to them. They are concerned for their teammate as well, which is natural. Not good. Not had the best of luck with injuries at all. Naomi Mouchon, who was signed, of course, is going to miss the season after sustaining an anterior cruciate ligament injury. How often do we have to say that with the women's game? Durantula out at the moment, Shannon O'Brien, Lynn Peterman as well. Missy Goodwin is back on the bench for this one after being a doubt for the fixture. Forced pause. Santini continues to get some treatment. Fifth season now at Leicester Forest, mainstay of the side that won the championship. Didn't miss a game last season, ever present. Scored some crucial goals as well. Well, applause from the Brighton fans. That's good to see as well for the Leicester player. And unfortunately, he's being stretchered off. Well, look, it doesn't look good, and there's real emotion and pain. You can see that. But the physios and the doctors will have a more accurate assessment as to what is going on and what the issue might be. Well, let's hope the injury is not too serious, but this doesn't look good. If the injury keeps her out, we wish her well, and let's hope that she can come back as soon as possible. So a change will have to be made, obviously, from a Leicester point of view here. We're going to see the Brighton switches first of all, I think. So Melissa Olasagos is coming off. Lisa Simons is coming on. Villamala is off. And Kiko Seki is coming on. Asian Player of the Year for 2023. Vidicic says, look, it's going to take a little bit of time. She was such a good player for Ottawa Reds. Courtney Nevin is off. Santini obviously going off. Takarada is coming on. And Thibault on for Nevin is the other change. Julie Thibault signed a couple of summers ago from Bordeaux. 6 seasons there after 3 at Sawyer. Yet to score for Leicester, the defender. Further up the pitch, the likes of Moki will hope to make a bit of a difference. It's a little short, cleared away by Leipzig. Rose, twist and a turn, runs into trouble. They're chasing everything down. Credit the industry. They need to show a bit more quality in advanced areas. Thibault. Calabari. So, well, 20 minutes remaining, but we didn't have any play for 4 or 5. We've had plenty of changes as well with substitutions. So I'd imagine there's some significant amount of added on time at the end of the 90 here. We'll bring it all for you, of course. And if you are enjoying the action on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for the Women's Super League. Plenty of live action every weekend. Momoki breaking forwards here. Cleared away. Or rather, Sike breaking forward, cleared away. Bergsvan. Should be cleared away, just over the head now for a throw. Bergsvans. Brighton still dominating despite the changes from both teams. Brighton have possession again. The changes so far, and we're only a few minutes into those alterations, but it doesn't look like it's going to make any difference as far as Leicester are concerned here. Maybe they're just looking for that one breakaway, look to try and create a set-piece situation. Set themselves out well defensively to a certain extent. Brighton have had to work hard, and the openings haven't been as forthcoming as they were in the first half. This is Kikosiki. It's just going to spin away for a corner, is it? Referee intervenes. Free kick to be taken. Brighton have an opportunity to flight this ball inside the penalty area. Up goes the signal. Simons is going to take it to the edge of the area. Pattinson will curl towards that back post. Wasn't that far away. Really clever. Another opportunity for a set piece. 16 minutes remaining plus significant added on time. Brighton looking for one more that would surely rubber stamp the win. Well, it's just the one, you never know. Curled in towards the penalty spot. Thumped away anyway will do. Leicester will look to try and counter. It's going to go all the way back towards Sophie Bagley, who's not had too much to do in this second half. Commanded her area well when she's needed to. Pattinson. Bagley. The problem is as well from a Leicester point of view, the likes of Deanne Rose and Ruby Mace, they've got through an awful lot of work, and the vast majority of it without the ball at their feet. It is always harder chasing games when you haven't got possession, and they have put significant shifts, and you can see them trying to effect some sort of press high up for Leicester, but it's so difficult. Karabali still looks very fresh for Brighton. That might be a little short. Bergsvan is there, though. And that's what they've done well, Brighton. They've covered brilliantly at the back whenever Leicester have threatened maybe to get in some good areas. Losada with a touch. Well, this is a real tough battle in midfield, isn't it? The crowd don't like the challenge. Ruby Macy's throwing herself into everything. Oh, it's good to see. It's a proper contest, this one. Two teams that have got quality. Two teams that have got fight and energy. What I've noticed over the course of the last couple of seasons, and this season really in particular, the energy and the fitness levels has been excellent. Further change. See, Goodwin is coming on. Leanne Rose, we just talked about the amount of kilometres that she's got through. It's no real surprise that she's coming off at this stage because she has worked so hard. It's one of those things that you put a camera on her individually, she wouldn't stop chasing around. She's not had too many touches, so we've probably not mentioned her that much. I can't fault the effort of the Canadian. See, Goodwin's had one or two injury issues. She was a doubt for this game, we were told, but she's on now. Did score in the match against Everton last season. Former Villa and Birmingham Junior, an England Junior international. McLaughlin. Calabali, one of the standouts for me. Kirby nearly gets there. Nikita Paris always on the hunt for possession. This is Losada, needs someone wide left. Poppy Pattinson had just taken a slight step back. It's unusual for her. She's usually on the front foot, bombing on that left-hand side. So key to the way that Brighton play. Madison Haley takes it down, shows good control, and does draw the foul and therefore a free kick. Better angle maybe to whip this one in swinger on the keeper. It's what usually happens in situations like this. High hanging ball to the back post, kept in play and then nudged behind for a corner. Well, they may be trailing, but in many ways their defensive work has been excellent. They have dug in, they've shown resilience, they've got bodies back. But when you're a goal down, you need to be more active the other end of the pitch. Another corner, another set piece here for Brighton to try and get that second. Driven towards the far post this time. Pattinson on the volley, gets good connection, ricochets around, and then Karabali. Oh, this could be a yellow card, you know. Frank Kirby was a little late. I think she knew what she was doing. That's what you call an experienced challenge, I think. Shot from Karabali, they wanted the handball, didn't get it. Nowhere really near the ball, but not necessarily dangerous, but certainly halted the counter. And she's taken one for the team there. That's canny, you might say. Leicester win it back, suddenly on the move. Oh, now then a challenge just inside the penalty area. Karabali will look to clear here. It's just going to be a throw. Game is still down. Let's have another look at this. Good footwork. Twists one way, then the other. Well, if anything, the challenge is out that side. I think it's a good challenge, in fairness. Karabali's done well to get the ball. Definitely outside the box, whichever way you look at it. Kirby to clear, 10 minutes remaining. Not over yet. Brighton lead by a goal to nil. Chances at a premium in this second half, that's for sure. Kikoseke breaking forward. Here comes the Japanese star, tries to filter it infield, but it runs through for Leipzig. Leicester, incidentally, still haven't had an attempt at goal. They've got the ball in some good areas left and right, but Sophie Bagley outside of that area here just punts it long and finds touch. She's not had a save to make. She's not been too concerned. With what Leicester have had to throw at her. And that's something, obviously, that Amani Mikel is going to have to work on. Given the form of Brighton, they were always outsiders to win this game. But when they do get the ball in good areas, they've got to be a bit more dynamic, a bit more forward thinking. Flag is up. It's a good win, just offside. Brighton free kick. Carabali plays it back. Bagley with a touch. Pattinson. Good ball. Nikita Paris spins away from Howard. It's a good run, but she's surrounded by Leicester players here. Howard, perfectly timed challenge. Brilliantly just stepping in. It's a real experience for you as well from Sophie Howard. The vastly experienced defender. Breakaways on again, but how many players in good areas here? Hannah Kane is one of them. Does get the cross in. It's not the worst as well. Almost chested down by Missy Goodwin. If she lets that one bounce through, is there a better, or a player in a better position maybe? If she leaves it, Smita Ali was just in behind. Back come Leicester, just a mini spell inside Brighton territory here. No, that's stopped by Lasada outside of the boot. Clever ball. Kirby's on the move. Looks one way, then the other. Now it's with Lasada. Kirby wants it back if she can thread it through. Momentum of the move. Lost just a little bit, but Brighton still have it. Simons for Carabali. Away, just a little sloppy once again from Brighton, and a lot of space to move into over on the right hand side. Good looking run, and the shot straight into the arms of Sophie Bagley. Well, she looked across, there were options, but Hannah Kane, since coming on, has looked good. She intercepted and thought, well look, I may as well go myself here. Ruby Mace centrally, and Missy Goodwin was making up ground on the left-hand side, but Bagley makes a comfortable save. Such a turnaround this season for Brighton. They lost 7 on the spin at home between January and May in all competitions, including a shootout defeat. He managed 1 clean sheet in their last 19, would you believe? Well, this will be a welcome one if they can get over the line with the win to nil. This is Ellie breaking forward. Does she go down? Shoulder to shoulder, referee had a good look at that, says no. Brighton fans obviously want a penalty, they're not going to get it. Because again, the tempo's just been up by both teams, hasn't it? Nikita Paris, inside to out run that was started just a split second too soon. Flag is up. Listen to the fans, they've enjoyed it here. Well, shoulder to shoulder, good run from Haley, but I think the right call from the referee. He was right on the spot for that incident. Here comes an alteration for Brighton. Michelle Ackerman is going to come on. And Madison Haley, the player that's gone off, I think has done pretty well for her first start of the season in the WSL. Michelle Ackerman, who's only 18, she's been used exclusively as a substitute this season. She scored against Aston Villa in the 4-2 win here. A couple last season after moving from Wolfsburg. From Watford. Wolfsburg, Bremer's previous club. She was with Arsenal and then a loan spell at Watford last season. She got 4 goals in the junior international. Got a halt here. Card is coming out. He's going to take the name of which member of the coaching staff? I don't think it's Dario Vidicic, maybe one of his team, one of his coaching staff. I don't quite see, but one name's been taken, non-playing member. Well, you've got to give credit to Leicester for staying in the game. The yellow card does go to Dario Vidicic, we're being told. So the coach does go into the book, shaking his head when the card was flourished, but the Australian coach of Brighton is carded. Simon spins, wins a free kick. Well, if Brighton do win, and it's looking increasingly likely that they do, this has been a test of a different sort. They've had all of the ball, they've created most of the chances, not lots and lots of clear-cut chances, but enough to have scored more than one. And although Dario Vidicic will obviously be happy with a win, if it is a win, he will know that chances that are created, they're going to have to be taken more regularly if this club is going to really mix it with the big teams in the WSL. Top 4 was what he talked about when he came to the club. Top 3 is obviously a Champions League spot. Obviously with games still to be played over the course of the weekend and so on, Brighton would be in second. A live table puts them in second at the moment. It's incredible. Bigger tests to come. Forward towards Nikita Paris. Still Leicester battle away. 7 minutes of added on time. Now that's about right given the injury to Sampson. And let's hope that she's okay. There's Chelsea player a little later today away at Everton. Losada does well. That's a neat turn as well here. What about the shot? Takes a deflection. Comes crashing back out. Kimang's effort. Slight draw between United and Arsenal earlier. City pretty much over the line against Palace as we speak, and Spurs and West Ham drawing as we go into the final few minutes of that particular fixture. Live table as it stands, we'll see City on top. Patterson's got a bit of defending to do here, which she does, and the clearance is good given the fact that she was running towards her own goal almost inside the 6-yard area. It's a nice angle on that. This is how, though, to have a blast. Oh, not that far away, you know. She hasn't scored since netting against West Ham late last season in a 1-1 draw. Didn't score at all the previous campaign, but the defender up from the back having a good swing at this one. Bagley may well have seen that one a little late. But Brighton will be up into second, 3 points behind City. Chelsea, with a couple of games in hand, would be third, 12 points. Manchester United, 5 games played with 11, and Arsenal have had that sticky start. And obviously, Jonas Edeval not there anymore. Only 2 wins from their opening 6 games with 9 points. But for a Brighton side that finished 10th the last couple of seasons, 11th prior to that, 9th last season, 11th prior to that, had a top 6 finish for a few years. This has been an extraordinary start to the campaign. Leicester player down. We've had one player, Santini, stretch it off. We don't need further issues, especially given the injury list that Leicester have already got. It'll be interesting to see what the crowd is today at Brighton. Mentioned that record at the Amex of 8,369 against United, their best ever, but they've been getting healthy crowds at the Broadfield Stadium. 2,152 in for the 4-2 win over Villa, which was the last game here. And if the club is successful, and the supporters tend to come, don't they? Further stoppage here, which will just kick the added on time minutes up another 2 or 3. Just wants a quick word with the players. Look, he will know, she will know that there's still going to be a chance maybe in this game for Leicester. Still going to be maybe one last opportunity to get the ball inside the box and to test Sophie Bagley. Whenever we restart, I reckon we'll have another 5. We just heard one of the coaching staff say 7. Well, that one came on the board, and then sort of 2.5 minutes into the added on time, we had this injury. So some tired legs out there. Credit the players for the shift that they put in. Takarada's going to be okay to come back on. Uncontested drop ball. It should have been. And Leicester might be able to make the most of this, because they come forward here with Kane on the edge of the area, still going. Kane's done well. Press with her. Kimang. Sada for Simons. And now McLaughlin. Kiko Seka. Need to move the ball a little quicker. Kane back to goal, controls, turns, faces up. Poppy Patterson gets a deeper ball in. Kept in play just across the 6-yard area. And Bertrand is there, cool and calm at the back to clear. See Goodwin coming in on it. This was the dangerous ball in. Well, while we were looking at that replay, there was a caution given. And we'll try and pick that up for you. Leicester with the ball whipped in again, and Bagley with a safe pair of hands in the 97th minute. She's still concentrating hard and picks up the flight of the ball really well. I don't think he was going to curl in, but you don't want to make mistakes late on. And that is really good keeping. Start of the Brighton captain, we're hearing, got the caution for something that she said to the referee. Just got a little bit scrappy, hasn't it, as we've gone post 90. Brighton haven't got the control anymore. And it's Leicester that are pressing. That looked a late challenge. The cross has been dug out anyway. It's towards this near side. Mitarali will look to try and recycle. Brighton look to clear. The ball is going to bobble out. Oh, that's good running. May well have been a Leicester throw. Might not have been, though. Oh, nodded down nicely. Ruby Mace will play it forward. Unlucky on the turn. They're claiming handball. Referee had a good look at that, says no. Mitarali loses out. Nikita Parrish back helping out. Well, this is all a little frantic when needn't have been. Where was this Leicester fight earlier? Where was this positivity? Nigamang runs into trouble, loses possession. We into the 99th minute here. Long ball forward for Hannah Kane. And then Bagley comes to the edge of the area. Well, what an odd fixture in many ways, and that's football at any level, isn't it? Was this a penalty? Well, it did seem to bounce up and strike an arm. Was it Bergsvan? But I don't think you get a penalty for that because the shot hit the boot first of all before it ricocheted up. But a talking point. Interesting to hear what Amity Mikel makes of that post-match. Ball bounces up. Cleared away. Late pressure into the 100th minute of this fixture. Mitarali. Howard. Haven't seen Brighton defend this deep all game. Maroki tries to make use of it. Takarada is there as well. Brighton still keen to play their pass and move game, and Nikita Parrish takes it down, controls, and looks for Kirby. Koseka calling for it just inside the penalty area. Corner one, and that's just what Dario Vidasic would have wanted. Taking the sting out of the final few seconds of this fixture. Hard fought, but deserved. Brighton have dominated, just the one goal in it. Came in the first half. Nikita Parrish A match winner throughout her career and continues to shine for the Seagulls. No joy for Leicester and Amadine Mikel. It's Dario Vidasic's team that pick up another 3 points, and a live table says that they are the second best side in the Women's Super League. Tougher tests to come, more intricate assignments to try and get the better of, but there's no doubt that Brighton are moving in the right direction. They have had to dig deep here against the Leicester side, who've only won once this season, but I think are better than maybe their current league position. They defended well, and late on just gave Brighton a little bit of a scare. In truth, Brighton were the better side. They did create more opportunities. They probably should have taken more than the one, and that might be the thing that trips them up as the season goes on. But let's enjoy it while we can, because Brighton on the up. Nikita Parris, the match winner. Full time here, Brighton 1, Leicester 0. Well, let's take a look back at the highlights for you here. Really good game. Nicky Losada had this opportunity early on for Brighton. Cut back into a path, but she couldn't keep it down. Opportunity lost on that occasion, but midway through this first half, and Calabali on the right-hand side had an excellent game at the back. Her cross-come shot nodded in by Nikita Parris, showing real determination, bravery, awareness. She gambled, she knew the ball might come back towards her. Her third WSL goal of the season made it 1-0. Vanamala's effort flashed wide. Brighton very much on the up for much of the opening 45 minutes. Leicester didn't really create too much. Nikita Parris was always busy, and it was Parris at the double here that tried to poke home, but Janina Leitzig managed to make the save. Calabali always dangerous coming up from the back. Her shot from distance just didn't dip enough, though. I suspect that Leitzig may well have tipped that one over. But Leicester did come back into it late on. They battled well, they were defensively sound, and they did have opportunities, albeit breakaway ones. This was Hannah Kane with a shot that was into the arms of Sophie Bagley. Ran a long way before pulling the trigger. And the veteran defender Sophie Howard coming up from the back, she let fly as well. That one just wide of the target, but they began to get a little bit of confidence late on in the game, but were unable to make it count. Kane swinging that one in, and eventually it was collected by Bagley. But Leicester, with that late rally, it just wasn't enough. Just the one win so far, but I'm sure they'll be winning a few in the not too distant future. But the story is very much Brighton and Dario Vidasic's side, because they have won again. They have been brilliant so far this campaign. 4th win, and on a live table they're up to 2nd. How far can they go? It's going to be an intriguing season for them. This has been a real enjoyable watch as we bid you a fond farewell. The final score: Brighton Hove Albion 1, Leicester City 0.